riding a motorcycle by myself on a big trip, it's like a vacation. It's a fun thing to do, and you'd think it would just be enjoyable all the time. And it is quite a bit of the time, but it's not always enjoyable. You get tired, you get cold, you get hot, you get wet, things can break, days might not go as planned. Any number of things can happen on a trip like this that make it difficult. That's just part of the journey. And when you add the filming aspect of what I'm doing, that also adds another layer of difficulty. And sometimes it can affect my own enjoyment of the trip. If I worry too much about capturing the experience and filming things, sometimes that gets in the way of just simply enjoying the moment. And so I have to kind of remind myself sometimes on a trip like this that I'm out here to enjoy this just like anyone. And there's been moments on this trip where I've had to kind of remind myself to do that, to just chill out and enjoy the experience. So I'm up here in Grand Mesa, which is overlooking Grand Junction down below me, where I spent the afternoon getting new tires put on my motorcycle. I got all my laundry done, so I'm feeling fresh and ready for this journey to continue as I continue exploring Colorado here, getting more into the backcountry. I'm going to look for some sweet mountain roads and some good campsites and just take advantage of this beautiful July weather. You know, sometimes you just look at a line on a map and it looks like a good one, and so you decide, I'm going to ride that road. And that's what I was thinking about doing with this road behind me. I'm up here at a place called Land's End. It's an overlook. And boy, what a dramatic vista up here on this mesa, overlooking hundreds of miles of land down below. And this road coming up in this direction is just a squiggly line climbing its way up here to this mesa top, and it's just a beautiful magic moment on this trip. I might even spend the night up here. This might be my camping spot tonight, but I just wanted to stop here and soak in the beauty of this place and show you guys what it's like. On this trip, after having ridden almost 5,000 miles by myself so far, you know, I've fallen into my own rhythm of riding and my own pace, and I know what that looks like, and I know what it feels like, and I know how easy it is to just sort of keep that pace however it is that I feel like riding, because there's no pressure from anyone else. And what a spectacular sight. It's a good name for this because it does feel like the land just drops off and ends. Although you can see it going for miles and miles. I can see mountains over there that must be 100 miles away. It's really beautiful because you have this steep rock edge right here, and then this canopy that's just bright green of the forest down below, and then beyond that, this brown topography of smaller buttes and mesas and river valleys, and it's just almost like prehistoric looking. I think Land's End is such a good name. The light is really good right now. Everything is green and blue and brown. One of the things that's been nagging on my mind that I knew I would have to get into and work on the bike here pretty soon is the front brakes. I noticed that today I'm going to change the front brake pads on my bike before I continue on this journey. These are the brake pads here that I just purchased. And one thing to point out, if you buy an extra set of brake pads, there's two of them, one for each side of the rotor, but you're going to need to get two sets because there's two brake rotors, it's got dual disc front brakes. And a lot of times people will only get one set of these. They won't realize that they need two sets. So you actually need 4 of these in total. In the bottom of this pannier is where I keep all my tools. And I just keep them in this tool bag right here because they're heavy and they don't need to be used that often. They can stay in the bottom. I have my air compressor, a patch kit, some JB Weld, a little pouch of miscellaneous tools, and then my main tool roll right here. And that comes out. Now we will see if we can pull these out. Look at that. There's one of them right there. And there's another one right there. Now I believe the next thing that's going to make this job easier is if we can create some more space for our new ones to go in. See this plunger here? I'm going to push it that way. Get a little wrench down in there. Give it a push and it just creates a lot more space for both of those. There we go. We'll do this one on this side. We'll do this one over here. And now I've opened up a lot bigger space to put the new ones in. This is interesting. These brake pads don't seem to be the same. Wonder if I was given a wrong set. They don't have the same configuration, so I don't know if they're going to work. I'll just have to go back to a dealership and get another set. But at least you can see how easy that is to do. Put that back in there. Tighten it back up. Then we'll put our clip back in. So there I've got it back the way that it should be. I had it going in backwards, but I looked at the other side to see how this clip was supposed to go in. I had it upside down, and the arrow was pointing up on the other side, so I'll put it the same way on this one. We'll just screw it back in, and we'll go with the old brakes until I can get a set of the proper ones. There we go. And then the last thing is to put this little clip back on right here. There we go. I'm not the best mechanic in the world, and I don't have any desire to really become a true motorcycle mechanic, but the first step is just being aware of your bike and what potential issues could occur, especially when you're out riding solo in the backcountry like this.